Hi YouTube. You're in my kitchen today. Hopefully not my kitchen for long. We've got a few people coming to view the house later on today. We found a house that we really love, and basically the seller has agreed to sell it to us for a slightly reduced price, provided we can find a buyer for our house pretty sharpish. So we've got 3 people coming to look at it today. Hopefully one of them wants it for the asking price, or even slightly below, but hopefully the asking price. But anyway, I am 32 weeks and 1 day pregnant today, and the acid reflux is quite bad. The burping is still a thing, though not as violent as last week. I think last week's burp seemed to be quite violent. I had a scan yesterday because I went to clinic on Wednesday, and the doctor said that the COVID restrictions on scans have been loosened, so because of my epilepsy, and also due to the fact that I hadn't lost all of my baby weight, so my BMI was a bit high when I fell pregnant. So they wanted to do a growth scan, and the epilepsy doesn't seem to be an issue, but it may be that my BMI was an issue. Basically, Lily's abdomen is predicted to weigh about the same amount as her head, which is mental, because, I mean, think how heavy a brain is. Like, brains are quite a heavy part of the human anatomy, and her belly is weighing the same amount as her head. Her belly is on like the 90 something percentile, and the rest of us like fairly normal sized. So they are a bit concerned about her stomach. They have asked me to go in next Wednesday to have a glucose tolerance test. So what I have to do is, from 10 p.m. the previous night, so on Tuesday night, from 10 p.m. on Tuesday night, I have to basically fast until the test is completed, and then I have to go in at 9, I think it was 9:30 on Wednesday morning, and they're going to give me like a glucose drink. I think it's probably going to essentially be Lucozade or something, and I have to drink that, and then they're gonna, I don't know if it's bloods or urine, but they're gonna test me for glucose tolerance, and basically I believe that's to test for gestational diabetes, and if I test positive, then they'll assume that that's what's caused her large stomach. I don't really know all the ins and outs of it because they didn't really explain it very well, but my partner's told me not to Google anything because I have a tendency to go a bit Google mad when doctors don't explain things to me, so I'm just trying to not look into it too much until Wednesday, and I can, talk to whoever gives me the test and ask them what it all means, because they'll know more than just the basic, like, all-round doctors that I spoke to the other day, because they'll just know what tests I need. They won't necessarily know what, they're not a specialist in it, so yeah. So we'll see what happens on Wednesday. I'm hoping everything's all okay. I have, because of her being a bit on the larger side, her current weight is predicted to be about £4 and 4 pounds 11 ounces, which is basically nearly £5 at 32 weeks, and that's just, if she puts on, like, they're supposed to put on half a pound a week at this point, and there's technically 8 weeks left if I was to go full term to 40 weeks. So she'd be like nearly £9. And I think I'd struggle to have a VBAC at that point. Or you never know, her extra weight might make my cervix actually, soften faster or something. I don't know. I mean, the issue with Heather was that my cervix didn't open enough, fast enough. Like, it took 38 hours, 38 hours to get to the point of 9.5 centimetres, and she still hadn't, like, descended properly. So maybe it would be different with a bigger baby, but I seriously think that I would tear with a baby that big. And then there's the issue of my uterine lining as well, because of the scar tissue. Apparently there could be more risk of uterine rupture with a larger baby because of the mainly because of her abdomen size, but I obviously I don't know for sure. I'd have to wait and see. I don't know, but just in case it is gestational diabetes, I have reduced my sugar intake already. I need to get some porridge because all we've got in is Rice Krispies, which aren't exactly, I think they know added sugar, but just in case, I need to get some porridge. I usually have 2 sugars in my tea, so I'm just having it completely sugarless now, which tastes like crap, but and just in case she is as big as they're predicting, I've put some 0 to 3 baby grows in the hospital pile, because it's not even really sorted or organised yet, which is fine because I was going to pack with you guys like in the video, and I think I was going to do that in a couple of weeks time, but I think at this rate I may have to postpone it to at least a few weeks time, just to find out if I'm having a C-section or not. I don't want a C-section. Obviously I wanted to try for a VBAC, vaginal birth after C-section, but if there's too much risk involved, if the risk of me having a uterine rupture, or the risk of her having trouble in the birth canal or whatever, or the risk of me tearing, I don't want extra risk. I'd rather just have a planned C-section if there was that much risk, and hopefully if it was a planned C-section it wouldn't be as gory as the last one, with the last one being an emergency C-section, and me I lost, like, I think they said 5 pints of blood, so it's like just over half of my blood. I had to have 6 bags of blood, like, transfused into me, so hopefully if it was a planned one it would be fine, because less panic. We'll see. But anyway, that's what's going on this week, and now I need to show you my bump, so I don't really know how to do this. So coming up coming forward quite a bit. And it's very firm. She moves a lot. Yeah. So, anyway, hopefully Wednesday goes well. Hopefully I don't have gestational diabetes, and hopefully there's nothing wrong with Lily. Yeah, it's just one of those things you gotta work with sometimes. I'm sure plenty of people expecting babies go through the same thing. So, yeah, good luck to you all, and I'll see you soon. Bye.